Reliance General Insurance is now IndusInd General Insurance. This transition isn't just about a change in the name, it reflects a strategic shift focused on rebranding, growth, digital acceleration, and rebuilding trust in a competitive category. In an exclusive conversation with Impact, we have Tarun Khanna, President and Head of Digital Business, Marketing and Strategy, who will talk about how the brand is managing the legacy equity with a future-ready approach. Hi Tarun, welcome to Impact.
Thank you, Ram. It's a pleasure being on the show.
Pleased to have you. So this transition to IndusInd General Insurance is more than a rebrand, right? So what were the key strategic gaps that you were aiming to solve with the shift?
See, we saw the opportunity of this brand change just not as a cosmetic brand name change. We saw it largely from a perspective that we wanted to really reshape the organization for the next decade. The whole growth in terms of how our digital first customers, how do we drive our engagement with them, what do we solve on the tech front in terms of making sure that our services, claims and underwriting capabilities are far enhanced.
Right.
And also be ready, changing from being just an insurer to a future ready platform. Today, we want to move to an insurance platform with capabilities of multiple new products getting launched. Everything was thought through as part of this. We just didn't want it to say that, we've now moved on from Reliance General Insurance to IndusInd General Insurance. We largely have brought in a host of capabilities in the group as part of this brand change.
With IndusInd International Holdings backing the business, how does this influence your risk appetite and marketing investments in the near term?
We see a massive change which is going to happen with the backing of a large brand.
Yes.
We not only get access to fresh customers through our sister concerns, companies which are part of the group, but we also see a massive change in the way we look at our ambition to growth. Right? And ambition doesn't mean that, we have free flow of capital. Yes, we have capital availability, solvency concerns are getting taken care of, right? We have growth capital available, but we are also becoming very mindful to every spend of our shareholder with a view to, bring back the ROI and the returns in the near future, right? What it changes for us is the way we look at the opportunities, right? The way we look at digital or our marketing investments in building the newer brand, right? We're looking at a very clear horizon of the next 5 years to solve a lot of things to be one of the leaders in this industry. That's what powerful brand like IndusInd brings to the table. Not that we had issues with Reliance, but with Reliance moving into certain concerns and NCNT, we as an organization had quite a few things of catch up. More on investments into digital, investments into marketing, building a fresh brand. We are bringing a perspective everywhere. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very important for us to now grow our digital capabilities, our underwriting practices, the core platforms we have, which is supporting our customer services. Everything is seeing a refresh. And that is what a large brand in a company like International Holdings, IndusInd International Holdings brings to you.
Okay. You are talking a lot about growth. I see that growth is like a primary motive for you, like from this transition. But then you have also built quite a legacy in this with Reliance, and now that you have this transition has legacy and you have to balance a future-ready approach. So how are you doing that?
See, we've been one of the leading insurers in the country, right? We had growth in certain segments. We've been one of the largest in the crop business. We also have developed a lot of past ethos in terms of our digital capabilities. We developed around products of motor. Last 4 or 5 years, we've been investing very heavily into the health space. Now, with all that legacy, we didn't want it to just get dropped, right? It's a change for us. It's a constant progress change for us rather than everything of the past being left out and new coming in. So we are building everything on top of what we've already done. Now that's what you retain the legacy of the previous brand. The ethos remain the same.
True.
The trust and wisdom of the new brand has come in. With IndusInd, we've brought the legacy, the wisdom from them, but the technology expertise which we are investing in, the core which was the insurance innovation, right? The expertise of being an insurer has come from the erstwhile company. So we're balancing both of that for our customers, which means there is consistency in the way we used to handle our customer services. There is consistency in the way we are paying our claims. But what we are adding is that we are improvising on improvements in each of these spaces so that the end consumer, the consumer is the king actually, right? We are able to deliver much better. So the legacy stays, right? That benefit we get. And the advantage that now we are investing into new capabilities helps us improve our overall experience far better.
Okay.
And that you will see in the next couple of years.
Okay. What might we see in the next couple of years? What are you planning to come up with?
So you will definitely see a refresh in terms of our old digital capabilities, our websites, our mobile apps, our chatbots, our AI investments, our investments into settling of claims. Every space we are seeing a lot of disruption anyways happening in the industry, right? You've seen AI really disrupting most of the channels today, right? Our adoption rate has massively improved, right? So the trust and legacy, the brand name gives a customer the comfort that we are there. We will back our promises. We sell a tangible policy. It's not a tangible product that you buy, you see it. We are selling a experience, an intangible experience, and you will realize it when you actually need it, right? At a time of a claim, because of an accident, God forbid, nothing should happen to anyone, but if they do happen, right? That's the time when the financial support is needed, and we are the backbone, right? So we're bringing all that together with the newer ecosystem. We are building products which will give new benefits and features to our customers, and that's how we like to solve it.
Okay. It seems like you're moving a lot towards the digital ecosystem.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So
undoubtedly, there is no, a lot of people keep talking to me about the fact that are you a digital insurer or a traditional insurer? I must tell you that we are a very strong traditional legacy insurer with a very high trust. But each of the activities we do in this organization is 100% digital. Our entire onboarding of a customer is 100% digital. Not even a single product we handle, on paper.
Okay.
Our entire customer service experience, from registering a claim to the claim payment, is all digital, paperless. That's the belief people start building by looking at a name. The brand should give the consumer the trust that yes, these guys are there for us.
Right.
But our capabilities of our servicing, is fully digital. So I see us as on a strong cusp of being a large insurer with very strong digital capabilities. And with the advent of new monies coming into the organization, the capital infusion which we are doing, we see a lot of investments in AI, which we're going to do. Not that we were not doing in the past, but the scale is largely going to increase, which results into a very beautiful experience for the consumers.
So this expansion into digital, does that translate in your media mix as well?
Oh yes, from a acquisition standpoint, yes. From an acquisition standpoint, it really changes. See, today about 60-65% of our investments into marketing are through the digital route, right? It helps you get a lot of customers, the last mile conversion or the intent. But we are also looking at a good amount of investments in the traditional space, right? So that the building of the brand, the legacy, the confidence to the consumers is built there. So you don't really replace one with the other. Both of them together are going to help the consumer decide the intent to buy, right? Some of the importance of the performance channels, from the investments in digital, the BTL activities we do, are tactical for the conversion. But where you building the confidence of the consumer in the brand, where the decisions start taking are actually being done through the traditional media. The mass coverages, the mass approach is what we are looking at. So on one side is building the trust of the consumer. The other side is being there when the consumers are wanting to take the intent-driven decisions, are what we invest heavily into the performance marketing capabilities or the social media capabilities across the organization. And we've been very lucky to, I would say that I've been lucky in terms of both at Reliance and at IndusInd. We, imbibe these capabilities wholeheartedly. The whole organization actually walks the talk in terms of what we commit. It's just not the ad which, is the confidence building stuff.
Okay.
It's the processes behind those ads which gives the confidence to the consumer for a better conversion.
Okay.
Right? Otherwise, without a brand confidence, you actually become, it's the ad which is a race to pricing.
Right.
The real change is what you're seeing with IndusInd coming in as IndusInd General Insurance is the trust of the consumer. People trust consumers. It is showing us higher conversions. It is showing us higher renewals. It is showing us that consumers have confidence in us. They're renewing with us. They're sticking to us. They're staying. That whole confidence gives us that yes, we are on the right track. And our investment mix into the marketing is a very wisely thought process, keeping both the parameters in place.
Okay.
Right? That the confidence building exercise and the conversion building exercise with performance capabilities, the media mix is what we're keeping. And this keeps changing, right? At this point in time,
Right.
I said, we are at about 60-65% of our investments going there. And it's a fairly large investment to do.
It seems like trust is quite an important factor for you. So in a category that is driven by trust, how do you ensure that performance marketing doesn't dilute long-term brand building?
See, brand is primarily there to get the consumer the confidence he needs, right? And you have to invest into the brand. While we have a 100-year-old legacy, the performance marketing investments also are done with a very clear thought process. The thought process is one, around the product he's looking at, two, about what you translate into the ads, right? Your ads can't be misleading. They have to be pure, direct, value benefiting for a consumer to drive an intent, right? With the most of our ads, we're driving an intent, right? We're looking for the consumers who are thinking of insurance. We're trying to drive them onto our digital platforms, our websites, our mobile apps, right? Where the consumer can come and take a very well informed decision of what product he's looking at. What is the recommendation journeys we want to bring to them once the intent is derived in kind of a product. Let me give you an example of health. We've been investing heavily into health. We have different kinds of products, but all products actually have one thing common: the sum insured, right? People think of sum insured, people think of room rents. Our ads are specifically designed in a way to solve beyond this, right? Is a product there? When you're taking a product route, you're actually talking about what are the benefits of that particular product apart from the sum insured, the room rents, limits and stuff which you can get into, and the pricing of the product. Like we have a product around on maternity, we have a product around on senior citizen, we have a product around on families. Now we have a product which purely focuses not only on India coverage but also global coverage. Now all these benefits, right, you are able to translate onto your digital platforms, but the intent derivation happens when they look at your performance marketing.
Okay.
Which is those 3 lines of an ad you see in Google actually helps you figure out where you're going to make this consumer land.
True.
So it's a complex science, and honestly we've been investing in the last 3 years a lot into AI. It has helped us drive the consumer intent better. It has also helped us drive our consumer conversion better.
Yes.
That also gives you that comfort that whatever you're communicating to the consumer is actually yielding results and thus profits for us.
Okay. So how would you say AI is integrated in your system? Like in what ways?
So on our performance marketing, we see about 15 to 20% conversion benefits, largely coming from our remarketing capabilities on a consumer, right? Are being direct from a consumer, are being able to cohort our consumers. You know what, AI, and AI is a loosely coined term here. A lot of people talk about it. what AI does is enhances your ability to churn a lot of data together, see micro segmentation in it, and then cohort your potential consumer sets into different categories of approach. And hence you are not really doing a spray that for every consumer you have the same messaging. You're able to differentiate your messaging based on the cohorts you choose, based on the need of the consumer, and then marry it together on recommending the right product. So which means both from the awareness, the consideration, the intent and conversion, AI is actually playing a role in each of the activities. It doesn't mean that we did not have data scientists before also. It is just that now they're empowered with much finer tools which are helping them, both on their investments, and getting the consumer to the right level. Not that when a consumer comes onto your platform, intent is there to buy. But why is he not buying? Because he's not probably able to see the right product for him at the right price or the right recommendation, right? What AI has done is, with a lot of churning of data, it is able to help us build the right predictive models of engagement with the consumer. And that's a silver lining I see. That we didn't anticipate it 5 years back. We used to do a lot of test trials. Today our test trials are not really taking months. You're able to change your test trials, your A/B testing in weeks. You're able to churn out a new set of thought process much faster. So all that evolution is really helping us together. And that's why I say that AI is really helping us transform, bring down our costs, bring out our thinking procedures, and ability to take fresh new risks. And if I may also add, it is also helping us look at new product development categories very thoroughly. Because you're able to understand the data, what the consumer is looking for, how should you match your product, what the product benefit is. And not only just at marketing, our people behind in the actuary space are using this data a lot, right? Our underwriters are evaluating thoroughbred different kind of capabilities, and the processing speeds are much faster. Today, for us to respond to a consumer, it's just a fraction of a minute for us to send what the consumer is looking at, right? Rather than multiple layers of engagement. And that's what AI is really helping us do.
So while AI is helping your current customers, how are you looking at customer acquisition in the future? And are you trying to reach out to tier 2, tier 3 cities or something like that?
Oh yes, right. My team keeps telling me that the biggest advantage they've got is the ability to predictively look at a cohorts of consumers in different sets, right? You can actually divide India into 3 large buckets. One, which is the large metros where people have very high awareness levels. 2, where people have a need for certain products, right? Car insurance everyone knows, bike insurance everyone knows, it's mandated by law, right? But then there is a layer of people who look at this as a discretionary spend. पैसे होंगे तो मैं ले लूँगा, राइट? इंश्योरेंस ले लूँगा. वहाँ पे अवेयरनेस की बहुत ज़्यादा नीड है. वहाँ पे समझाने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है कि we need this for us to be financially independent. What you want to do with insurance, you just want to keep those financial risks away and be safeguarded. So that's where the AI is really helping us categorize our consumers, the way we need to approach them, the way we need to the follow-up exercise, which I say is long gestation periods. A car insurance consumer will decide in 15 days, maximum 30 days, right? But a health insurance consumer could take about a good amount of time. So with the predictive analysis of us reaching them back again and again, right, of the people who come to our platform, is what we are able to see value around on. And in the performance marketing world, I would say that every rupee there you save is lower CAC cost. Customer acquisition cost to a lifetime value, there is a linkage. Whatever we take from a consumer today, about 4 to 6x is the lifetime value of a consumer. So the lower we are able to keep the CAC, which is the customer acquisition cost, the better we are able to provide the services to the consumer. And also our regulator has been constantly keeping an eye and also is advising all the insurance firms that we need to manage our expense of management. And I think the boon here is for us in marketing, perfectly to say, is that we are in the right direction.
Oh, that's great.
In a nutshell, I would like to say that AI in marketing is actually not hype. It is a practical advantage. What it is helping us do is move from a reactive mode to a predictive engagement with our customers. When you talk about the CACs and all, what's important is how are you engaging with your customer. That change is where AI is really helping the marketers do a very fine job in understanding a consumer well. The strong understanding of a consumer leads to a very good transactional behavior. And that's why I say that, it's not a hype. It's a practical implementation of moving to a predictive engagement with consumers. Okay. And that really is going to make us see massive investments in this area. Not only fintechs who are trying to build products for us, it's also a very good adoption methodology which is emerging. And consumer expectation is pretty clear.
Okay. So, like you said, CAC and LTV are critical in a competitive market. What internal benchmarks or shifts have you made to improve efficiency over the past few years?
We've seen massive investments in this area. The returns have started to come in, right? Two large areas where we've seen massive benefits coming to us. One is our conversion rates per consumer is improving. Now, which means that if X amount of customers were coming in and we are getting a portion of that converted, a higher conversion means a better CAC to us.
Yes.
And a better CAC eventually leads to a higher LTV for us. In digital, once a customer is acquired, and a lot of customers with our investments in SEO, our investments in content, which is also being seen as a massive area of improvement, not only increases the consideration effort or the awareness effort, also helps you reduce your costs. So we've seen about 20-25% growth in the conversion rate, which eventually you can expect translation into cost benefits. And the second side, that our renewal stickiness has improved a lot. We're not bombarding customers with renewal messages, right? We are actually calling our customers at the right time of the day when he would like to pick it up, and our conversion timelines have become shortened. Our looking at consumer is just not looking at price, right? Consumer at that point in time when he's making a decision to renew, we've seen close to about 4 to 5% jump in our renewal rates when you're actually reaching out to the consumers in the right manner, right time, and the right time of decision, right? That clearly is seen in our efforts.
Oh. So, looking ahead, what will differentiate a winning insurance brand? Pricing, experience, distribution, or something else?
It's a writing on the wall. Pricing is just one of the factors, right? It's the experience we offer to a consumer. In today's world, you are not looking at going with a brand, and here a brand plays a very important role. The trust which IndusInd brings to our consumers, right? That we are there for you. We are going to walk the talk and be available to you at the time of your need, and we are the backbone for you. So it is just cannot be that anyone can buy any insurance and say that I got it cheaper.
Yes.
You are looking at a product which gives you the right returns at the right point in time. That's very important. So here, the brand building exercise which we are doing for the new brand is very paramount. The second side is that when our consumers, right, are eventually looking at the whole experience, the buying experience, the transacting experience, out of 100 customers who buy insurance, right, if I have to take an example of motor, about 14 to 18% of them tend to see a claim in a year, right? That set of customers, that 45 minutes of interaction with us, right, defines for how many years he's going to remain a loyal customer to you. You know, the experience we're trying to give, where you can do a video shoot of your own vehicle, you can show the damage, you can connect with a person digitally. The whole assessment happens completely digitally, and in a very short time you get to know that your claim's approved and it will go to the right place for the vehicle to get in a fine way, right? You get the vehicle, and you're also getting a warranty for the work you do, right? All those benefits, that experience is what defines your consumer's longevity. Otherwise, it's a game of churn of customers. You keep acquiring from one place and you let some customers go away. At IndusInd, our ethos are very clear. We are there to stay. We're there as a very large brand. Not just as a brand to say that we are there for customers. We have to walk the talk. We are making sure that each of these processes are made critical. And hence, customer centricity and trust are two cornerstones. If you ask me, we have chosen a brand tagline which is called "Aage aap hamare saath."
Yes.
Right? Forward together.
Yes.
We are one of the only brands which has two little meanings of the brand tagline, and that's the promise. The promise is that we are the edge you can count on. We are there for you when you need us. From the day you buy our insurance or any product of insurance, we will walk the talk with you. So this is the cornerstone. Now you may call it in different ways, customer centricity, customer experience, but I call it the trust. The trust you can count on, that we will deliver when you need. And that's the most important thing for us. That's where brand also plays a very important cornerstone for us.
Okay.
Sorry, a little monologue, but the true realities come from my heart. It comes to the fact that this is the ethos we are building in the new organization with every employee, and with 8,000 odd people who are interacting with you, and 10,000 hospitals, 100,000 agents who are all your brand ambassadors, right?
Yes.
They have to walk the talk for us. So customer centricity and trust are two important corner pillars for us.
What would you say when it comes to your marketing strategy?
Be transparent. Be direct when you are interacting with the consumer. Provide the right level of customer knowledge through our content and SEO strategies, right? And deliver on the promise by showing a very high quality digital experience. We are a digital first company.
Yes.
Everything we do here, be it an agent who's interacting with you, or you can go on a web aggregator and where you can see multiple brands, or you can come onto our site, right? The consistency of messaging, the product information, the knowledge we provide is the same. So the confidence of the consumer that he's moving from one place to another doesn't really matter to him.
Okay.
He's getting the right knowledge everywhere, the right information to make an informed call. And that's where I say our marketers are doing a fine job in making sure that each of these access points for our customers are very well informed of everything, be it a brochure, be it any marketing collateral, because it is just not the ads which matter. What matters is what beyond that you are offering to a customer. Our policy wording documents, right? Are you very transparently showing this to the consumer? Right? It is not to be hidden somewhere in some dark pattern. It's something to be able to tell the consumer. A brochure is just a window to the entire policy wordings, because those terms are important for a customer. How I call it jargon free. The marketers have to make people believe that this is what we are offering to you. At the point of inflection when he needs your support, you don't want to come up with 10 parameters, right? We recently had an episode, and it comes to my mind. We sell a product called cancellation for any reason, right? And during this war, what happened? So many flights got cancelled, right? We went that extra mile that people are paid right on time, because all of them have to make arrangements for their next, right? That is when you live your entire brand together. That's when you are actually able to show your trust to the consumer, that you walk the talk of what you've said.
That is very true. Will India be financially independent?
Without a doubt. The whole, insurance for all by 2047, our regulators' thought process, our Prime Minister's view, I completely believe that we have to move from this 3.7% GDP penetration to maybe about an 8 or 9% penetration, and make each of our customers believe that they are financially independent. All their risks, their shortfalls, or any unforeseen risks which may have because of a risk on a property or a catastrophe or health or their movable assets like cars, everything once insured, we are the backbone. We are the financial backbone to ensure. We may probably not be able in a position to, save you from the risk, but we can definitely save you from the aftershocks of that risk.
Definitely.
The financial stress somebody gets into. So we're there to make sure that India becomes financially independent. And I, as the leader at IndusInd General Insurance, takes a vow that we are going to make it happen. And much faster than 2047. Trust me.
That was great. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure being on your show.